When you think of the word haven, it probably conjures up some pretty benign, good and positive ideas in your mind. We talk about havens as being safe places where people can seek refuge or pursue their own lifestyle, a haven for artists, for example. But interestingly, when we talk about a tax haven, lots of us seem to have negative connotations around it. And I wonder why that is, because I think there's a very good case that Britain should become some form of tax haven. Let's explain what's happened in the UK with regard to tax in recent years. First, we have pretty much the most long, complicated, impenetrable tax rulebook on planet Earth. It extends to about 22,000 pages in length. It's impossible for a single human being to get their head around it. It's just too complicated. If you're trying to run a business in the United Kingdom, you're going to need a squadron of tax planners to make sure that you're both compliant and efficient. The tax code needs to be a lot simpler. Hong Kong's tax code, thought by a good number of economists to be about the most efficient in the world, is barely 1% of the length of the UK's. Let's rewrite our tax rulebook from the bottom up. It has doubled in size and word count in the last 10 years. Second, once we've simplified tax, let's get the rates of tax down. We're currently seeing the government collect about 35% of all national income in taxes of various kinds, and that's basically the highest proportion of GDP in the last half century. That's just simply too high. If you want the economy to grow at a real clip, and we're only struggling along at around about 1.5% GDP growth, all the evidence shows you want to get your total tax rate down to maybe about 20%, maybe 25% of GDP. So I say, actually, let's go for it and be a tax haven. Let's not talk about a level playing field. Countries need to compete on taxation in the same way that companies compete on price. And I think that means we in Britain need to completely rewrite our tax code, try and get it into 22 sides of A4, not 22,000. We need to make it much simpler, and we need to get our rates down. If you want to see Britain being a thriving place for enterprise, innovation and business growth, those are the two easy ways to get it.